Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the ADB Morning Cafe. Get your cup of mocha, dog. So, people, let's have a moment of silence for those that lost loved ones and those that were lost at the collapse of the bridge yesterday. Uh, it's sad to say, um, it's a tragic loss. Tragic loss. You know, moment of silence. Okay. We often talk about unexpected tragedy. That's a classic example of unexpected tragedy. That ship was fighting not to hit that bridge. Whatever power malfunctions that they try to restart, it was just a couple of failures. One thing I'd like to say is you if you're in a position of safety, you can't keep like not wanting to do your job. Or if do your job out here, people. And I ain't saying not for nothing that, you know, somebody didn't do their job. But I'm just saying I personally, let me be clear, I personally feel as if they should have had more safety features installed in uh, the operation of navigating that bridge. To my understanding, it's the only way in and the only way out of that harbor. It's, and now the bridge collapsed, so everything that was in port is there for the long duration, and everything that was coming to the port is not coming to that port. So, in all actuality, it's a tragedy. It's unexpected tragedy. I'm hearing that 6 or 8 people didn't make it. You know, heartfelt, heartfelt. So, people, 844-726-2332, and call the number, book an appointment, have a conversation with me. We can talk about how you can protect yourself from, unexpected tragedy. You can't protect yourself from it happening, but we can protect you against the consequences of unexpected tragedy. So that means, that being said, that's a tool that you can have in the toolbox so that if anything happens to you, your family. I had a young lady ask me yesterday, what's the point? And she wasn't being facetious or anything. She wanted to know the answer to the question. She was like, what's the point? What is life insurance supposed to do? And I explained to her that keeps you from having to keep drowning in debt. And she understood what I was saying because of the fact that her she's taking care of her grandmother, and she's paid off all the debt for her grandmother. So her grandmother doesn't have any debt. So she's knowledgeable of that. But now, because nobody took the time to explain to her or teach her about life insurance, now she's learning about it, and it's like a you know a bright light being turned on, or however you want to say it. Eyes have been opened. Now she's on a different wavelength. She's asking questions and more questions, which is I'm appreciative of, because now I understand. Now I know that she's interested. Not only that, now I know that she's learning and wanting to learn. So that's pleasing to me, because I love teaching. I love educating people on life insurance and the benefits thereof. And so working with her, get some protection in place, coverage in place. Because one thing she didn't know, folks, was about living benefits. She didn't know that that was a part of life insurance. And all she knew was life insurance. She didn't know about death benefits. She didn't know about the purpose of them. She was like, all I know is I just want to have money to bury my grandmother. So I'm saying all of this to say that if you might be in that same position, and there's nothing shameful or anything about that, and we're not bashing you or talking about you. We're here to help you. So if it's you, even if it's not you, even if you have life insurance, but you have questions on it, is what you. Some people don't know whether or not their policy is good, and I go over that too. You'll talk to your carrier and ask questions about your policy. Find out if it has any longevity to it, or is it ending sometime soon that you unexpectedly didn't know about. These are the things we want to go over. Some people had heard testimony of one of my partners at the convention. She said her grandmother had a policy, and it was $1 million policy. And when her grandmother passed away, she went to make arrangements, and her grandfather told her, said, well, not her grandmother, her mother, and then her father told her, said, girl, that thing expired 2 years ago. But she did have a job at the time, and that job did have enough life insurance on her to take care of burial and everything, and there's no debt, nothing left behind because of. But let's say she didn't have the job, and that policy was the only thing she had. What happens? What happens to the family? What is the family to do if you died right here, right now, today? If you died, what is your family to do? And some of y'all might sit there and say, GoFundMe. Do y'all realize GoFundMe is no guarantee? It's no guarantee as to, and look at what you got to go through with GoFundMe. What What debts do you have? Because debt collectors don't care. They come into you, and if it ain't you, they come into your estate. As soon as they locate your address, they're gonna put liens on your property, liens on your vehicles, liens on your bank account. Bank accounts get frozen, stiff. Can't do nothing with it because the creditors are owed. What are you to do? I would love to help you be prepared for the unexpected tragedy. And furthermore, as an announcement, on all the ladies' night, all the ladies to tune in to ADB Worldwide Solutions on YouTube. It's coming soon. It's coming in 5, 4, 3. You understand? The unscripted duo, me and my partner, Miss Doreen Urbana of DKY Financial Group. We're starting our podcast series, and we're doing our pilot podcast this Friday at 10 a.m. Now, it's not going to be on YouTube at 10 a.m. because we have to do editing and everything. We're going to be professional about this. It's going to be appropriate, but it's coming. So look for it Friday. I'd say Friday evening, Saturday morning. It's coming to your town via YouTube. ADB Worldwide Solutions on YouTube. The unscripted duo. I had to get that announcement in. I know I said it before, but it's finally here. It's finally here, folks. We're going to go over women in the industry. We're going to go over women in life insurance. We're going to go over why not, who has not. Go over a lot of information and explain to everyone why women are 80% more likely to have life insurance and 80% more likely to be in the business of life insurance. Twofold. So, ladies, you want to join in? You want to join in, ladies? The unscripted duo coming soon. And I mean soon. Yes. And I'm not going to spoil uh, the podcast by talking about that stuff. I'm gonna stick with what I was sticking with the unexpected tragedy. And this is like the I think it's about the fourth or fifth time I came on here and talked about, and because it's happening. It's happening. And folks, you can sit there and you can what are you talking about? You can do all that and whatever you care to do. I'm telling you and I'm letting you know. If you don't have life insurance, my advice is you best pick this phone up, 844-726-2332, and leave a message. Text the word success, to 844-726-2332, or go to my any one of my Facebook posts or Instagrams or LinkedIn, Tony Burke, ADB Worldwide Solutions. Just respond to a post or whatever with the word success. Spell it right. SUCCESS. Success. And you're gonna hear from us. I'm saying all this to say, because if things don't show you like what's happening, like uh you think you think you think everything is cool, or you think that you're protected, or you think you have enough insurance, or you don't even have any, but you think I'll get it later. When that unexpected tragedy comes, and it will, you know, very, very low percentage of expiration is known. It's only known, let's say, if a terminal illness or critical illness is in the exact, even then the exact day and hour is not known, but we know, hey, Big Mama ain't got too much longer, like my boy Earthquake say, who knew? Who knew? I knew. That was funny. That was funny, and bringing light to and he was right. He's truthful about that. We got it backwards. We're supposed to cry when somebody's born. When the child is born, we're supposed to cry. We're supposed to rejoice and be happy for somebody's soul when they pass away, because they're going on to a better place, prayerfully, or hopefully. That's I like to believe. No more suffering. You know, one time. But this is about I know the fifth or sixth time I've talked about unexpected tragedy. That ship captain and everybody is shook. And I'm sure they're remorseful. I'm sure that families of the injured are grieving. And that's the thing about life insurance. That's the point of it. Now you can grieve properly, because you ain't worried about bills, paying this and paying that. I was talking to that young lady, and we got to that point. She was expressing to me, she was like, taking care of my kids, taking care of my grandmother, and now we're in a better place. She was like, but I had to step back from working for a minute, because I had to take some time for myself. And I'm like, exactly. This is what life insurance does. It allows you to take a moment for yourself. You ain't worried about the debt of the funeral, because life insurance pays it all. You ain't worried about the mortgage on the house, because the life insurance pays it all. You ain't worried about the vehicles. You ain't worried about being out of work for a month or two, because the life insurance covers that. Or maybe 3 months, maybe 6. Life insurance covers that. You go to your boss, hey man, I'm taking a sabbatical for 6 months. If you want to keep me on payroll and keep my years of service, I greatly appreciate it. If not, I understand. But I got to take this time for myself, for my mental health, for my family. We lost the matriarch or patriarch of our family, and I need to take this time to get all my affairs in order. I would understand that, but I can't say that every other employer would. You know, I just can't say that they would. I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for myself. So, you want to know the point of it? And I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to y'all. You want to know the point of it? That's a good example. That's a great example. You know, another thing life insurance does, that y'all heard me say, is it combats against a lot of this police brutality, police officer involved deaths of young black males. Young black males have a track record of suffering death, by the hands of officers. There's a history of it. That's not act like it don't exist. That's not act like George Floyd was the first one. Come on, let's be for real. George Floyd was just the first one caught on videotape. you know. So that was the second time. That was the second time of me saying, that wasn't the second time George Floyd or nothing like that. Let me be clear what I'm saying that for. So I'm monitoring the times that I say it to help me stop saying it. I haven't talked to a speech coach yet, but I've started being aware of my speech, my talk, those filler words, and not using them as much. Life insurance on yourself helps fight against some of these young black youths killing each other in the streets. And people said, no, it don't. Why you say that? Because you got life insurance on yourself. You think someone's gonna just pull out the gun and just random or shoot you because they mad with you, like it's been happening, and knowing good and well your family gonna be rich and hop up and move out of the position that they in. It won't be so much gun violence when it's known that people have life insurance on the person that's being aimed at or targeted, his family. You gonna be the person that pull the trigger and make this person's family rich beyond their dreams or close to it. I guarantee somebody will think twice before they pull that trigger. I guarantee you without a doubt. I guarantee you without a doubt. It's protection against the unexpected tragedy. So, folks, dial the number. Appreciate all of y'all tuning in and watching. And if anything that has piqued your interest or your concerns, just call us. Just call us. Don't cost you a dime. All it is a little bit of your time. It is well worth it for you to take the 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes to learn the information, to find out answers and questions to something you didn't know. To say, hey, I like what that guy has to say. He's very informative. And then, and when what I say, I can show it to you, show you where to prove it. Like tax code, IRS tax code 7702. Look it up. It tells you that life insurance is tax free, can't be taxed. It's not my saying; it's the government saying can't go below zero. All of that stuff. When you get into 7702, it's like a B, a C, a D, a E, a F. Tells you all about it. Tells you about everything I'm talking about on these lives. Why you can't get taxed, why you can't go below zero in an annuity. It's all in there. But I just want to tell each and every one of you all, I appreciate each and every one of you all for tuning in, and thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. And I want to say to y'all, peace. Love y'all. Have a blessed day and have it on purpose. And look for that unscripted duo coming in 5, 4. That's a 4, y'all. 3. That's a 3. I love y'all.